My name is Stan Christie, from here, born and bred, 64 years old, always been a United supporter, I guess always will. I think it's in my DNA. I always remember being a United supporter. It's never been any other team for me, so I don't think I've ever been as excited for a new season coming. You're always excited for a new season starts, but I think particularly this season. I've had a season ticket since season 69-70, I believe, so probably I'm coming up for about 53 years, constant season ticket every season. You want to support your team as much as you can, and that's my best way of doing it, is buying a season ticket. My intention is always to come along and go to every home game, so it's not just a value for money thing, it's what I do, it's what I've always done. People should buy to support the club. It gets funds before the season starts, it makes your commitment there. Obviously a season ticket holders probably benefit a little because they're putting the money up front, and if they go to all the games they're going to win out it, you know. But the main reason to buy a season is really to give the club the money, you know, to help the club develop. I mean, it's a chicken and egg, you know. The club needs the money to survive and to develop. At the moment, I stand on the North Terracing. It's probably over the many years that I've been to Somerset Park, I've moved about a little bit. Used to be under the main stand, North Terracing at the moment now. First game I came to would be probably, I guess, 65-66 season. I was quite young at the time, very young at the time. And I think back, it was up onto the main stand, and it was a season we won the championship. I think it's 65-66, I'm pretty sure it was. Came to a few games that season. It's a local team. I feel it's part of the United family. I've been coming here. It's kind of second home probably. You know, I probably know Somerset Park as well as I know my back door. You know, it's just natural. I think it's in my DNA. It's always will be. You know, so if they ever do an autopsy on me, I think they'll just cut me open and say, "Oh, big man's an honest man." And the United supporter, they can tell that. So I think any game we win probably sticks in your mind. You know, there's the obvious ones. You know, the Rangers 2-1 game back in September '69. I always remember that. Small kid, it was my first season. I actually had a season ticket, so I remember that one quite clearly. I think Kilmarnock games. You always remember Kilmarnock games. Best players. Well, I think you've just got to break that down. When I started watching regular as a season ticket holder, it would be through the 70s when you were playing the top teams every week. So you had special teams, was the early 70s when you had the Stuart, which you mentioned earlier, Stuart, Malone, Murphy. Ricky Fleming, I thought he was a class act. You know, he was a big Beckenbauer type player. Dougie Mitchell, yeah. There's so many from that particular team. Spud Murphy, you can't, you know. So they were particular players. And then you go further on, I think later in the 70s when we brought Brian McLaughlin in, he was a particular favourite. He's a guy you'd come and watch, you know, yourself, you know. So but there's so many. Bobby Connor, when you're starting, I'm trying to think through chronologically here. So I'm getting into the 80s now, and there's Bobby Connor, I was a particularly good player. Love watching Bobby. Stevie Nicol came through at the same time. He wasn't here as long as Bobby, but he moved on. He got a big transfer. He was terrific when he first came. Geez, so many. And then you hit the 80s, and then you've got another group. You know, I think it's when we've had a successful team, and those are when you've had a little bit of success. Always you can remember the players from those teams. You know, the team after that would probably be the one that won the championship again and had the record number of points and goals, and that was just Sludden and Templeton, and you know. Yeah, you know, these are good teams to watch, you know, but I'm picking out the good seasons, I guess, here. You know.